Okay. All right. Have you ever put on the television only for you to see a celebrity doing something that you can do so much better and they're making so much impact and making so much profit from it? Well, what if I told you that you too can also be a celebrity? You too can also make massive impact on the world with your message, with your potentials, and you can also make profit from it if you listen to these 4 steps that I'm going to be showing you today. My name is Ihoma Linda Ariwodo, and I am a female life coach. I'm going to be showing you 4 steps that will help you manifest your calling. Growing up as a kid, I realized that I loved teaching. I loved teaching. It was so obvious that I wanted to be a teacher because anytime I could find, I would bring a bunch of kids together and then use anything I could lay my hands on, maybe the wall of our building, a plank, or an old board, to just teach them anything. I never even knew what I was teaching, but I just loved to teach. It was just so obvious to everybody around me that I loved to teach and that I was going to be a teacher. But eventually, I don't know how I forgot about that dream because I grew up and went to school and I read a completely different course. I read accounting, and then after graduation, I started practicing. After practicing for a couple of years, I wasn't happy in the job. I wasn't happy at all. I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I had this feeling that I wasn't paid my worth. I had this feeling that I could be more. I could do more. I could have more. There was more to me. So I took a pause. I thought about my life, and then it dawned on me, that this wasn't the life I planned for myself. This wasn't my original intention. I had originally wanted to be a teacher. So how did I get here? That was what gave birth to this turnaround for me in my life. And then later, many years after, I became a life coach. And now I'm doing what I do and I'm making money and impact from it. And I can actually say that I am fulfilling my destiny and I'm gaining a lot of pleasure and fulfillment from it, doing the work that I love. So the first thing that you need to do, if you find out that you are not manifesting your calling, you're not manifesting your giftings, you're not using your giftings, you're not manifesting your beauty, you're not manifesting your potentials, you're just underused. The first thing that you need to do is to ask yourself if you're living the life that you want to live. If you aren't living the life that you want to live, and it's time for you to find out what life do you actually want to live for yourself. What is the kind of life that you want to live for yourself? And in order to answer that, you need to find out who you are. What are your strengths? What are your potentials? What are your passions? What are your weaknesses? You need to know your weaknesses too, the things that you cannot do. Then what is your purpose? What is your mission and your vision in life? 2, the next thing I did after I realized that I had to take a huge step, I had to take a step back and retrace my life. The next thing I did was I had to work on myself. I had to work on my mindset, especially because our life usually moves in the direction of our thoughts. So whenever you realize as a woman that you aren't getting the things that you deserve, either in your relationship, either in your career path, you aren't living the life that you want to live, then it means that your mindset needs to be reset. It means that your mindset is headed in another direction, that you need to retrace the steps of your mindset. You need to reset your mind because most of us, yes, all of us are grown adults. We've grown in bodies, in shapes, and in sizes. But it's a pity to know that we have minds that stopped growing at 3 years old. Yes, we have minds that stopped growing at 3 years old. We have minds of women who stopped growing. Their minds are set in the bodies of a 3-year-old because of the things that were told to them while they were 3-year-old, because of the things that were said to them while they were 7-year-old, because of the things that happened to them at childhood. So we believe those things as truth about ourselves. So you need to find out what are those limitations that you've placed on yourself, those things that limits your capacity, that limits you from acting out the life, from living, from pursuing the life that you want to live. That's the next question that you need to ask yourself. What are my limiting values? What are my limiting beliefs? What are the things that are holding me back? What are the things that happen to me? What are the things that I believe about success? What are my beliefs about marriage? My beliefs about relationship? My beliefs about money? My beliefs about success? We have a lot of wrong beliefs about all these things that I have mentioned. If any of them is sabotaging you, even your beliefs about your appearance, some of us believe that we're not beautiful enough. That could be limitation on becoming who you want to become. So you need to address this, okay? And the third thing that you need to do so you can begin to manifest your calling and use your giftings and be passionately happy doing it is that you need to build your capacity, your competence, and your character. Yes, now that you have found out the reason for your living, you know the field that you want to go into, there are specific skills that are relevant in that course, in that industry. Whatever industry you've decided that you want to go into, probably it could be politics and governance, it could be leadership, it could be education, it could be entertainment. This is the right time for you to begin to upgrade yourself, to upskill yourself, to begin to upskill so that you can be relevant in that field, because you aren't the only one who is talented and gifted. There are 1,000,001 persons out there who need that same position, who are also as talented as you are. So you need to constantly be on the go, skilling yourself up, tooling yourself up. Go on platforms. And thank God we're in a digital era where you don't need to go back to the four walls of a tertiary institution to get a degree again. So you can obtain courses. You can obtain courses online from platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and stuff like that. Just make sure that you develop those skills that are relevant in your industry. Build digital skills, build soft skills, build people skills, communication skills, hard skills that are relevant to that industry. So when people are mentioned, you make sure that you are found before or within the first 10 best people in your industry. And while you are developing your capacity and your competence, make sure that you don't leave your personality behind. You don't leave your character behind. Also groom your character to resonate, to grow, and to align with the work that you can do. Okay? Then lastly, the last thing that you need to do so you can begin manifesting your calling. So you can begin manifesting your calling, begin living the life that you dream of, begin having the things that you desire and you deserve, that you need to monetize your message. Contrary to popular opinion, impact too can pay you. Not just pay you, but impact can give you the edge to live the life that you want to live and also help you create more impact. And you can monetize your impact by creating product, most especially digital product. Just as everyone can be watching me right now, this is a digital production. It's done digitally, so anyone can access it anywhere. So as long as your solution, your message, your giftings, your skills, your experience, your story can solve a problem for somebody, can solve a problem for a specific group of persons, package it into a digital product and deliver it. People who need it can educate them to move from a position of their life to the next step of their life. It can inspire them to become like you. It can motivate them to move out of their comfort zone. Wow, you've got a hit product. It could be a YouTube channel. It could be an e-course. It could be a small ebook. Anything that can inspire change, that can bring about transformation, that can solve a problem can be monetized. Once you package it and you deliver it to them, they will pay you and you will begin to make money and even reach more people, which means you'll be making much, much more massive impact. Okay, so if you can follow these 4 steps that I have just mentioned, let me rephrase them. Find out what you want to do with your life, change your mindset, upskill your capacity, competence, and character, monetize your message. If you can follow these 4 steps, you are going to begin to manifest your calling in no time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so grateful. Thank you everyone who's listening to me. Please let me know. I know I rushed it because of the time. All right. Thank you and bye-bye.